You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Now for a lesson.
Konbanwa, Anime Otaku Show e yokoso. Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean.
Remember, we will be discussing all episodes up to the ones we talk about tonight. Anata go Sopora o Kinishi Nanara Soyo. If you don't mind spoilers, welcome.
Go beyond!
Plus Ultra! Hello! I am here!
And your kids are awake.
Please, I'm louder on
Oh,
man.
great. This guy's back. I thought you got rid of him, Raul.
You can never leave me. Konbanwa! Minasan! This is episode number 19. No, 19. The Anime Otaku Show. I, of course, am the returning, the triumphant, the spectacular CJ, please eat me, boat. And joining me, of course, as always, into this magical world of anime, because Josh actually reads the script that I put out, even though I don't, is, of course, Josh, skeletal me, bomb bouquet McGrath.
Hi. I'm not hosting tonight, and it feels good.
Carrie, it's an otaku's room, Wilcox.
I just had ice cream, and that also feels good.
I have ice cream right now. It is delicious, and it doesn't hurt my tummy. And, of course, keeping us alive and kicking is Ro Dazzling Garza.
Hello.
Naval laser, naval laser, naval laser. Damn, it feels good to be back.
It feels good to have you back, CJ.
Yes.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
What are we talking about tonight?
Well, tonight on the Anime Otaku Show, we've got a short form story for you. We are looking at My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 13, Moving into Dorms, and Darling in the FRANXX Season 1, Episode 23, Darling in the FRANXX Season 1, Episode 23, Darling in the FRANXX Season 1, Episode 23.
Oh my God, he's in a system
He's in the Twitch loop, oh God!
But yeah, 2 shows tonight because everything else is ending. Or ended.
Ironic that the one show we have that's supposed to be super short is the one that Justin can't be on.
Right. By the way, congratulations, Justin. We now know why he has to log off early, because now he's having a baby!
Woohoo!
Baby Carol, it's gonna be adorable.
It will. It'll have a funny but weird laugh, and it'll log off halfway through a show.
Oh,
You didn't think I wasn't going to poke at him.
We expected CJ, don't worry.
He wakes up 15 minutes before I do.
wait, what? Death by Mage?
What?
Babies are cool and sometimes delicious.
Whoa.
I mean, his Justin's wife was posting on Facebook about adorable baby-colored Carol, or caramel-colored Carol, because
Caramel.
white. Well, he's white and she's Puerto Rican, so
I like caramel.
there we go.
That is fantastic, and I am actually heading over to Facebook right now to post it. You will appreciate that.
I'm glad I helped. Oh man, so I mean, let's go ahead and dive in, I guess.
So do you have any thoughts before we dive into this? Do you have any thoughts of all the other shows that ended?
Magical Girl Ore was exactly what I wanted it to be. Like, I always felt there would be more underneath the surface than what we were getting, and I'm glad that there was. We'll get to my thoughts about me catching up on Darling in the FRANXX here in a couple of moments.
I unironically enjoyed Ore from start to finish.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Me-
man. I did not see the twist that the manager was the villain.
I didn't either. But I mean, I was saying from the beginning, boyfriend Chan's boyfriend is not the bad guy. So nailed it.
I totally thought you were just shouting that to shout it.
No, like it felt like one of those shows. It's like, because obviously it's playing with tropes, it's obviously trying a little bit too hard to make it seem like he's the villain. So it was pretty obvious to me from the start that he wasn't. Like, I honestly thought it was the fairy. I thought it was what's his face?
Kokoro-chan.
Kokoro.
My thought was, because they were spotlighting it so hard, they were trying to subvert the trope that spotlighting it so hard makes him the red herring, that they were trying to flip it back around to where he was the bad guy.
Exactly.
What?
I can see that.
They were subverting the trope by playing it straight. Is what we thought was happening.
Oh, okay.
I could see that.
The little gerbil fell off the wheel when Josh was explaining it.
Food Wars was good. It ended. I mean, it ended. It felt like a mid-season ending.
Because it was. They started the next arc.
Yeah. Oh, did they? I haven't seen.
Well, no, she means where they cut off was the start of another arc.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, it's an ongoing anime. So Raul's also wrong about My Hero. Stop saying you want My Hero to end.
No, it's not that I wanted to end. I wanted
That is literally what you said.
No, I wanted to have a complete story.
Yeah, and you keep bringing up One Piece, and Carrie, every time you do, says that that's not how One Piece works. If you want something that says that, go to Bleach or Naruto, and I fucking love both of those. Quit saying you want My Hero to end.
Yeah, what you need to say, Raul, is that you don't want My Hero to turn into Inuyasha, where it's literally the same thing over and over again.
Inuyasha's a great example of that. And you guys know my love for Inuyasha. You guys know my love for Inuyasha, and yeah, it is 100% that.
Yeah, that's what I don't want it to turn into. I don't want it to turn into what Naruto turned into in its last 20 seasons.
Yeah. Whereas if it can do what One Piece is doing, fucking go for it.
I need to get back into One Piece.
It's so, oh my god, it's so good.
I was caught up for like several years. Like, I was a manga reader for several years, and because I was always reading the big three. I was always reading Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, and just like 2 of those 3 caught me, and I finished 2 of those 3, and then there's One Piece.
I think there's word that they might be doing another anime series of Bleach.
They haven't even finished Bleach. Like, the final arc has not been animated. I almost said something I wasn't supposed to. Hi, moving on. This is My Hero Academia. Yeah.
CJ.
Yes.
United States of Smash.
Yeah, the United States of Smash.
Oh, the ultimate move.
Now you see why we were so hyped for this season.
Yes, but stop. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, hello and fuck all manga readers. As I was
you were so excited to record, you even forgot to throw out your sass.
My catchphrase, apparently. You know, that phrase that I'm famous for.
I like how
also, leave your stinky manga off of my precious Snowflake anime show.
Oh my god. And
the only one of you guys who did anything egregious isn't on this show, so I can't yell at him. Except for Justin. Stop spoiling things about your manga.
I love the music that they used for All for One.
Yes.
The classical, because
felt like, yeah, the classical, but it felt like it was obviously ominous. Like, this is a man of taste. And also, all right, so you want a little peek behind the curtain?
You're gonna give us one whether we want it or not.
Hold on. Guys,
the stream just died.
I was a manga reader for My Hero until I got to a point where time just wouldn't let me. So I've known about All for One for a bit now. And Josh may have ran into a character in my home game that is very directly based on him.
I mean, if he wants to keep keeping the stuff on, bring it. I'll use whatever he gives me.
But yeah, so like I've known about All for One for a while, and I fucking love it. He's a fantastic character, great villain. Like I love my favorite kind of villain are lawful evil villains. Like I have a set of rules. You can play my game, but it's going to be within my set of rules. And while he has agents of chaos working for him, he is not one.
Yeah, see, I like the lawful evil, and I like the chaotic neutrals. I like the Orochimarus.
Yes.
But I don't like chaotic evil so much.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't like him enough that I keep forgetting his name. Facepalm.
Shigaraki Tomura.
Yeah, Shigaraki. So like I don't like him. Like I like Stain because I like that kind of, again, that's my kind of villain. Like, but yeah, chaotic evil is not my thing. And while he has parts a bit of, trying to be All for One, like it just comes into I want everybody to be equal. It comes out to be because I want to make everything insane.
Yeah.
So like his I want everybody to be equal is not actually that. And I don't like that.
Yeah, but we got something really great with that, however.
Oh yeah.
With the diabolical explanation from All for One.
Oh yeah. That's your predecessor's grandson. And I like that. That's not true. What are you talking about? That's absolutely something that I would do.
Oh, and they tell the backstory on like they never knew her personally because she always separated it.
Yeah.
Personal and hero business. But that the only thing they knew is that to be able to be a hero, she put him up for adoption.
Yeah, because she, as the wielder of One for All, just could not stand to have a personal life.
And hey, look at all of what we know of All Might.
Yeah.
We know his name now. That's it.
Yeah, and we know that he has a son who is not biologically his son.
Yes.
Who he is going to chastise and like discipline more now.
Properly.
Yes.
He's going to be an actual proper guardian to him.
Teacher.
He's a dad. He's just absolutely dad. But he's that dad who like
when they are both hugging and crying on a beach.
Yes.
Beach
not
where
Mentor
it's
Guardian, that is dad tier.
When they're crying on the beach where it started.
Yeah, like it. Yeah, that is not. Yeah, that is not Guardian. That is absolutely, dad.
And even Izuku's mom recognizes this.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't get at that point, even if it is a anime add-in, like, his dad isn't around because he's always working or something along those lines. Like, I am honestly surprised we didn't get a shout to that.
Yeah, I'm really wondering when/if they're actually going to tell us where Mr. Midoriya is.
Well, because I remember reading about this and how it's so common in Japanese families that no one in Japan questions where the dad is in Pokemon games.
Yeah. So I mean, this honestly felt like a whole thing of, a dad who's been working so much, and I can 1000% relate to this, working so much and so hard for the good. And, it's obviously there's a point to it. There's a good point to it, but realizing that he's been working too hard and working too much. And finally that literally he can't work anymore. So he has to face reality. And this reality is this person who loves him and cares for him. And he realizes that he loves him and cares for him as well.
But yeah, the other great thing out of All for One, after the fact that, All Might refuses to give in and fade away.
Yeah.
You remaining there will hold him back while he purposely let himself get taken down so that Shigaraki would be forced to step up.
Yeah, he literally purposely invoked the older mentor going away trope.
Yeah.
And he even calls All Might on it, like, that's not how that's supposed to go.
Hi. Oh, can we talk about this episode that should have been filler, but it had so much more in it? This show does not have filler.
This episode was not filler.
I know, but it seemed like it was because it's just them moving in, they're having a fun time.
This felt absolutely the season premiere after last week's season finale. Like any other show, not even just anime, any other show would have had last week be a season finale, this week be the season premiere, and there being several weeks difference between the two of them. This was obviously the welcome back from our long break episode, and I'm glad there was no long break, except for me, who I missed like a month of freaking shows.
Yeah. Moving into the dorms, they all move into the on-site dorms for more than one reason.
Yeah.
Because it's one, to keep them safe, to keep an eye on them, but it's also we need to figure out who's leaking stuff.
Yeah, who the hell's this mole?
Do you think it's one of the students or one of the teachers?
I would probably say one of the students. The teachers, I mean, are all professional heroes, and this show at least has not really shown an
incompetent pro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's a child who has been, corrupted.
1A or B2 or B1?
It's 1A. That's the reason why they're coming after him.
Okay.
And it's not going to be somebody that you would expect like Bakugo or even Todoroki. Like it's going to be fucking Naval Laser. It's not even going to be Ida. It's
Minata.
No, it's.
I know that's too much of a easy grab.
Yeah, this show plays with expectations, not obviously to the level that like Ore does, but like it plays with the tropes in the superhero genre enough to where it is obvious that there is a mole, obviously, and it's gonna be somebody that you love, but it is not like somebody that you expect. Like, I mean, I would expect, like I said, Naval Laser or Invisible Girl or,
She's gotta be hiding something.
Exactly.
The thing with it being the students, though, is that the League of Villains has information that the students don't. Like, they don't know where the summer camp is, but the League of Villains are already showing up there.
Tracking device, maybe?
That's my thought. Like a tracking device, it could be electronically bugged somehow. There could be a technopath in the League of Villains.
Yeah.
Could there be someone unknowingly leaking stuff?
Or I don't know, there could be a villain who can create a duplicate of any given person and use their quirk. Deadpool is the main villain. Deadpool last boss.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be somebody with like dream manipulation. So when the principal goes to sleep, they just read the principal's dreams.
Twice is the best.
Twice is fantastic.
And then
his dub is just the best. Like I love the sub of him, but his dub is fantastic. Also, it's super sad. And I understand why, but they had to go back to the 2-week dub schedule. Because their voice actors were being murdered trying to record things at 2 a.m. after working all of their millions of other jobs.
But yeah, they start moving in, and the girls come up. Let's have a contest on see whose room is the best, or who's best at interior decorating. And the very first one on the list,
of course, is Nidorina. And
oh my god,
all of the All Might merch.
The freaking mannequins with the costume replicas.
My favorite is Tsukuyomi's though.
I'm sad we didn't get Bakugo's room.
I think his is just gonna be like, it might be like a little bit more heavy metal-y, but I think like his might just be a dumbed down like a weird combination of Tsukuyomi's and Deku's.
I think my favorite was Todoroki's.
Yeah, it's an Asian theme. How did you even do this?
I worked hard, which is the most Japanese response.
Yeah.
Oh, what's her name? The creationist.
Yeah,
Yayorozu.
These rooms are kind of small.
Well, she mentions when they first get there that the entire room is the size of one of her closets.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about everybody ditching Minata's room?
Oh,
Because he starts acting like a little creep, and they're all, let's go upstairs.
Yeah. Come in. No, we're good.
And how later on in the episode, after he tries going for Invisible Girl's panties, he's just being dragged along in a bundle of tape.
yes. And no one they don't point it out, but everyone knows who's in the tape.
Oh yeah. But then again, that's this show playing with your, it would, any other anime would have been obviously like wrapping him up in tape and moving him along, like.
And like all the girls' rooms, it's just like, okay, that fits your personality. Yep.
Pink, pink, and more pink.
Yeah. I do like Earphone Jack's room. That was fantastic.
Well, she's
pretty rockin'.
Was it metal or was it just regular rock, like a rocker chick?
She's a rocker chick. She's an instrument player.
Yeah. Do you play all these instruments? Well,
A little
the
bit.
basics.
A little bit, she says.
I also love Ochako and was it Ashido wearing Ida's spare glasses?
Yes.
Yes.
And again, it doesn't show them like making a big fuss out of taking them from the room. They just show up wearing them in one of the panels.
Yeah, it's like, why do you have so many glasses? Well,
I
expecting.
anticipate breaking them during our rigorous training.
Oh, and then the Suitsi, right? No.
What?
Uh,
Suit. Drink.
Froggy.
Sue?
Sue.
Do you, Chan?
Just Sue.
Sue.
Suyu-chan-san.
Sushi! Drink.
Yeah, did you guys notice that Ida called her Tsuyu-chan-kun?
Yes. Because he can't just call her a familiar name. He has to add a bunch of honorifics.
Gotta be super formal. Also, quick flashback thinking of Bakugo. CJ.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Bakugo's mom.
Oh my god, she was amazing. Also, good job on using your teammates, Bakugo. Grabbing Electro Dude, I forget his name too, and just I'm guessing
Kaminari.
ramming his face into an ATM to get out money. I
So
laughed.
that he could pay back his bro.
I
And then
laughed.
what does the bro of all bros do?
I'm bringing us
Let's
all
go out
to
to
dinner.
dinner.
Also, using tweaked out Kaminari to break the tension in the class by
Yes.
making everybody laugh.
Oh my god. Bakugo is like he's not just he's not just Vegeta. Like
No.
he's definitely Vegeta, but he's not just Vegeta.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
like they showed this in the beginning of the whole series that he is a wild child, but he's starting to he realizes that he is not the strongest in the world or even at the school.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like his mom was saying, he grew up being naturally gifted and having a really powerful quirk, and so people kind of fawned over him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And she
it
asked
turned him into
All
a-
Might and Eraserhead to actually please teach my son. And I was so happy when you said that about my son at the press conference.
This wouldn't happen if you weren't so weak.
Oh,
yeah, she literally told her son's teachers that her child is a little shit and please straighten him out.
Yeah, man. She's like, and that whole thing, I tried, but this is my son.
we didn't get everyone's. Well, we couldn't get everyone's parents, but I really wish we would have gotten Darkness.
Oh, Tsukiyomi's parents.
Yes, Tsukiyomi's parents.
That would have been cool.
Watch both
Because,
of them
yeah,
be
I
like,
want to see his mom and dad just being regular ass humans. Because as I'm trying to describe these things to my children, like they're like, I don't understand him. I'm like, in this world, he just woke up one day like that. Like he was just a normal ass guy, and then just poof was a bird.
I mean, he may have been born that way. There is a chance that happened.
There's a chance, yeah.
I'm not sure when it is in relation, but we do eventually get a look at Sue's full family, and they're all frog people.
Yeah, he could be a weird bird hybrid person.
oh man,
So he may have literally just been born that way. Maybe it developed later, but there's a distinct possibility.
Yeah.
and then we get the scenes, the consequences of their actions.
Yeah, I would have expelled every single fucking one of you. Except for the three of you that obviously couldn't do anything wrong in this situation.
Yep.
But All Might's gone and we need heroes, so you're fucking lucky.
Now let's have some energy.
Yeah, right?
How could we after that?
Right, and I love how he turns around and says it in his usual deadpan. Now let's have some energy.
Now let's have some energy.
Eraser's the best. I love him so much.
He's such a fantastic character.
He really does look and sound like he could not give two shits about his job, but he loves those kids more than anything.
Oh, yeah. It is very obvious that he loves those children. And, like, but yeah, like, but he has to play the part. He has to play the I don't care part.
Yeah.
So fucking tired.
Ugh.
What are you tired of? Everything.
And then Froppy's conversation with the yeah. I'm not very good at talking. I usually just say what comes to my mind. And
That is why we love Sue.
And I love that, you know, in a lot of other series, her trying to have stopped them would have made her a villain, would have made them all hate her, the you're wrong, you don't understand, what have you. But Kirishima's response, and pretty much all of the group then echoes this, was thank you for trying to stop us.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest.
yes, and they
You were
realize
right.
that our friends get hurt from our actions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know that they messed up, but they did the best thing that they could think of at the time.
Yeah, and they went into it knowing this is a shitty decision, but we feel like we don't have any other choice.
Yeah, and just because it came out the best possible
They know they got
ending.
lucky.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Just because it's the best possible outcome doesn't mean what they did wasn't wrong.
Yeah. It wasn't a good decision, but it was the right one.
And I like that this series does that, you know, these aren't flawless human beings just because they're superheroes.
Yeah.
They make mistakes. They, you know, do things that they're not supposed to do. They break rules. You know, like Ida said back in the hospital, just the whole thing about, you know, breaking the rules, how can I still be a hero? And they give you a lot to think about like that, and it's real good.
Yeah.
And while we're on the subject of that scene, can we just have a moment to stop and appreciate Sue's voice actress?
Yeah.
Right? Not only playing a crying character, which is hardy fucking enough, but to play a crying character who sounds like a frog when she cries because of her vocal tics.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
goddamn.
that is a skilled voice actress
So
right there.
you said last week that My Hero is not doing a mid-season, right? They're going straight
No,
through.
this would have been their midseason, if anything.
It's going straight through to 26 episodes.
Oh,
And
Thank
I
goodness.
cannot wait for next episode, but just based on the preview alone. Like not even just
Oh.
you know, manga pre-knowledge, just that preview alone. Let's
preview.
develop those special attacks.
yes, you need a signature attack. And I love it because they're showing them how to just not be a hero. Like, oh, you're just going to be Superman, fly in. No, you need PR. You need this. You need that. You actually need to
Yeah, because in this world, like, marketing is a skill. Like
Marketing. Yes, you have to market yourself.
It's to the point that UA has a marketing department.
Yes. They actually
They
train
have a marketing track, don't they? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they have it's hero support, general studies, and like business, basically marketing.
Yeah,
stuff.
which they were part of the sports festival, but not really.
Well, I mean, we got the highlight of that with Hatsume.
Yes.
The sports festival was her chance to market her creations.
Gadget Girl.
I love her character so much.
She is the best. Like, I freaking love her.
Because her quirk is just super smart, right?
No, her quirk is basically like Hawk Vision.
Oh, okay.
She has like, if you look at her really closely, her eyes have targeting reticules on them.
Oh, okay.
So she's got like super zoom of it, basically.
Oh, okay. Which normally would not be a very superhero power, but the fact that she can zoom in, analyze, and she uses that.
She can see fine details really easily, so that makes it really easier for her to do things like wire things, program things,
Yeah.
figure out where a piece of machinery is malfunctioning.
But I like how they have everyone's unique. Everyone has their own personality, their own drive. Oh.
Yeah, it is like
This
you don't
series-
have many people who are heroes just for being the sake of heroes.
Yeah.
Like,
And
in this world where everybody is special, no one is special.
Well, and on the flip side of the coin, you know, they talk about that how like everybody has superpowers now, and now we're subject to super villains.
Yeah.
And so you could say that in a world where nobody's special because everybody's special, this group of people is special because they chose to be. They worked their asses off to develop their quirks to the point that they could become superheroes.
and as we know that the Hero League or the heroes are regulated.
Yep.
Yep, you have to be licensed.
Yes.
And even having like even having a hero costume without being licensed as a hero is a crime.
Yeah.
And that's why they're trying to get them their provisionary ones where they can actually.
Yeah, basically apprentice heroes.
Yes.
It's a learner's permit, essentially. You're working under the guidance of a licensed professional learning how to do the job. Like, I'm licensed as an apprentice optician. I'm not allowed to practice without a license with me, but I still have that license.
I think we've pretty much punched out everything we could out of My Hero.
Yeah. So then, Darling in the FRANXX.
Season 1, Episode 23, Darling in the FRANXX. Season 1, Episode 23, Darling in the FRANXX. Season 1, Episode 23.
Carrie.
In any other series, the episode named after the series would be the end of it.
Yep. So
They Gurren Lagann us, you guys. Suddenly aliens, and there's a giant robot inside a giant robot in space.
kinda. Suddenly Aliens was like I was waiting for some shoe to drop. Like, this show was obviously not like a Kisniver where the conflict is people. Like, this show was an evolution of that and stuff that they've worked on, and also not fully a Trigger solo series. So like I was waiting for the other shoe to drop, and I'm like, oh, and all right then, Aliens. Also, good job on giving a shout out to a transformation that we never see again. Because I keep waiting for the kill transformation to happen again, and it never does.
Oh yeah, for the whole turn red.
Yeah.
For a second, that's what I thought had happened when they were in space, and then I was like, oh no, just new equipment.
Yeah. So also, all right. I was crying, like full blown, like the whole, Kokodo and Mitsuru, like pledging their love to each other again.
Oh.
Like, and everything going on. I'm crying my eyes all out. And then a half-naked 02 that is a giant woman. Hello!
All I want to do is see you turn into a
giant
woman.
Giant woman.
Oh
Wearing
my
a wedding dress.
God, yes.
And the bomb is the bouquet.
Yep.
And Josh pointed out after we watched the episode, all of the other FRANXX wearing their matching outfits are the bridesmaids.
Yep, they're all wearing.
Oh, the red and blue.
Yeah, and the red and blue jets, except for the 9s. By the way, good job, little shit, on dying a little shit. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
but like he was going to die.
I was supposed to feel something there, and I'm like, that's a little shit. Also, good job, Hiro. Is it cheating if you're fucking your lover's clone?
I'm more interested.
I mean, he's all up in her right now.
Oh yeah, he is.
I'm more interested in the one-line explanation we got of why Hiro can't connect with any other pistol.
Yeah, you're too strong for everybody else, essentially.
Yeah, he was basically 0-2ing his partners.
Yeah. So if he would have stayed with
Ichigo.
No, well,
Naomi.
even Ichigo, Naomi, he would have killed her, and he would have been miserable for it.
But that's the reason why she was the one who was kicked out of the program and he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that, and also they wanted to study him more.
No, that too.
Jesus Christ, this whole thing. And then they leave 02's body behind because they figure out that her mind is in Strelitzia Alpen?
Apath.
Apath.
Yeah, the
Which
true
the-
Appa.
The subtitle went a little screwy this episode.
Yeah, they started calling it Apus instead of Apath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I thought I was hearing things.
And
Or
then
reading
on Earth, she turns to stone, her physical body.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, and then
Well, I
she...
mean, the last remaining vestiges of her consciousness were reconnecting with Hiro through Strelitzia. So the few things that were holding that not human body together.
Yeah, we're gone.
Yeah, and then they finally come together and we get the true Strelitzia empath.
True Apath.
Empath.
True Appa.
In its wedding dress.
Yes.
And
Giant woman.
interestingly enough, and so, a nice little touch I kind of enjoyed, if you look at this version of 02, she is more mature.
Yes.
Yeah.
She looks more like an adult woman instead of a teenage one. Or a 20-something.
So, oh my God, this is like when they're exchanging the rings. Like, I kept the rings, and then they're just like, oh my God. When they're like,
How dare you use my feelings against me?
right? And she keeps saying, you don't have to be responsible for this. I didn't ask you to. You don't remember. We don't remember. And he's
like,
just,
Because we don't remember doesn't mean we can't try again.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my.
We had something, and just because we forgot it doesn't mean it's gone. I will call your name as many times as I need to.
Yes. Oh my.
I don't know what love is, but I think this is it. And just, oh, man. Whew.
Yes. Yes, Carrie.
Yeah, so we this whole show for the most part has been, we need to lean on each other to survive. The
Yeah.
whole two birds leaning on each other. We've beaten that dead horse quite a bit. They not really, it's not a dead horse. They moved on, but like we've covered that quite a bit. And now we're on to the individual versus the collective.
Yes.
Just because we need to lean on each other to survive does not mean that we should assimilate and be all the same. It is our differences that make us stronger. It is our diversity that makes us come out on top. That's the story that's being told here.
And that's the
That's
representation
why
of the
Virm
collective.
are what they are.
Yeah, they're one entity.
They're a hive mind. They're the Borg.
Yeah.
A hive mind of bland, endless pleasure.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Which is exactly what the adults experienced when they attained eternal life, to the point that they forgot pretty much anything of their lives and just kind of sat around all day. And we saw how empty and deserted those cities were. We saw what kind of life they really led through Zorome and Dr. FRANXX's eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I mean,
Zero Two hated the city.
His wannabe mom. You know, how many years, decades, or even centuries had it been? Well, not centuries, because timeline establishment it hadn't been quite that long, but how many decades has it been since she had seen her partner?
Yeah.
He was receiving his dose of happiness.
Which is pretty much just uploading, I'm guessing, what he's doing to the Verm. Is kind of what I took that as now that we know
What
what
was it?
Quite possibly.
Did Zero Two say that it was a dead city? Like all the way back in like episode 4 or 5?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
she hated the city because it just felt dead.
Yeah, because it was stagnant. This is what happens when order wins out over chaos and shoves all the chaos out the window.
Yeah, if nothing ever changes, if nothing ever changes, nothing ever grows. Nothing develops, nothing evolves.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same thing we saw with the anti-spirals in Gurren Lagann. They halted their own genetic development and became a bland, featureless hive mind that never changed. And yeah, too much chaos is a bad thing, but so is too much order. It's a balance. You got to have both, the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they're going into, hey, we need to stick together to make it. But in order for us to matter that we're sticking together, we need to embrace what makes us special as individuals.
I do like, hey, now that we're all matching, we have all matching uniforms, we're a team now. We've always been a team. Have we?
That banter and like everything behind it is just
This thing is gonna kill me when it ends.
Oh, and can we talk about Nana and Hachi being able to fly the Klaxosaur ship?
Yeah, man.
And the great thing is like, because Dr. FRANXX invented all this tech, and we know now that he was basically a Klaxosaur otaku. He designed all of this shit based on stuff that he stole from the Klaxosaurs, and that's why that humanity can operate it.
And it's like, Hachi and Nana, it's like, go without me, I'm too hurt. No, you did not bring me all this way.
You did not get to tell me that after what you just told me.
It's like, no, we're going to do this together.
Like we used to.
And old Nana still kind of just hangs around smiling creepily at everything.
Yeah, right.
I like how they ditched her back on her.
Yeah, just watch the kids.
She's like one of the, I forget what their name was, but back in The Last Airbender, when they get to Ba Sing Se, she was one of those.
Yes.
I forget what they called them, but they were like brainwashed assistants.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just.
They went to Lake Lao Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they open a portal. The Klaxus Sapiens, they built a portal, a wormhole that takes them right to the main fleet of Verb.
And they gon' get fucked.
And they use Mars's moons for it.
Judy, that was her name.
Judy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy, like when I saw it pop up, I thought it was a Verm weapon.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it was like, oh wait, they actually did something to the moons of
Yeah,
Mars.
I was too hung up on Giant 02.
All I wanna do is see you turn into.
That was so weird. I'm just like, this is insanity. And I'm sitting here crying, and I'm like, tell me she's gonna turn into the ship. Tell me she's turning into the goddamn ship. This is so dumb, and I love it.
Right? It's going to be real interesting to see what they do with the next episode, because we're going to get one of two things. It's either going to be ridiculous final showdown, True Apath versus the world, basically, True Path versus the universe, essentially, considering how much Verm has assimilated, according to them. Or what I think is the more likely situation is going to happen, they made a promise to come back. But knowing the way the theory of relativity works and other such shenanigans, and how Trigger likes to fuck with people...
Everybody's going to be either old or it's going to be their descendants.
Yes.
And they're going to have a statue of, like, Zero Two and Hero.
They've already got a statue of Zero Two.
Yes!
She made it herself.
That is true!
That statue is still going to be standing there in a gorgeous garden field covered in moss.
Yep.
And they're going to run into the grandchild of Kokoro's and Mitsuru's baby.
Yep, and then of course we're gonna get all of the other ones except for poor Futoshi, who's gonna die loveless.
I don't know about that. Something's got to turn around for that poor boy. He has been shit on this entire series.
Entire series. It's just his story is so sad. He's just fat and everybody hates him. And
yeah,
like,
because
I want maybe what's her face Naomi to be like, hey, I always liked you. Oh, I always thought you were you.
Oh man, so his partner, which he loved, fell in love with another person.
Sort of the guy who we swore to God was gay as everything.
Shit.
And I do love though that we see that Futoshi's love for Kokoro is real love. When he sees how happy she is with Mitsuru, he does everything in his power to keep them together.
Yeah.
Because he loves her and that's what's best for her.
Because that's what you do for people when you're in love with them.
Want the best for them, even if that best doesn't include you.
Yes.
Oh man. So yeah, this freaking last episode is just gonna be bonkers as shit, and I can't wait.
So yeah, I mean, it's either going to end one of those two ways, or Trigger and A1 is just going to send us for a completely different loop.
That's a possibility. Though, I mean, their finales have, like, they've always done this weird thing where they, like, just kind of punch you in the face for expecting anything halfway through the series. And the endings are usually pretty, like, Kisniver aside, usually have a pretty status quo ending. I mean, Kill la Kill ends when she beats everybody, you know.
Well, okay.
With the exception of the end of Gurren Lagann, where, yeah, you get the ending, but then she dies halfway through. But, you know, there's that.
And then he turns into just a roaming bum, doesn't he?
Yep.
Like, no one knows his story at all
Don't
anymore.
you know who I am? Ah, never mind. Doesn't matter.
And didn't he choose that? Like, they were willing to have him basically be king of the world. And he's like, no, thanks.
Yeah.
That's not me. I'm just Simon the Digger. Shimon.
Oh my god. This makes me want to go back and watch Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann again.
Man, it's worth it. I mean, though, don't undersell freaking Kisniver. If you've never seen Kisniver, watch it. It is a trip and a half.
Yeah, it is. Especially pink-haired Kamina.
Yeah. And that show, like, that show gave me a new love and a new appreciation for series that make you think.
Yeah, because you think that this is we're going to take everything that you think and put it on its head. No, Kisniver that's the entire bit of that. Because
Kisniver is, how many episodes in a row can we balance the audience on their craniums?
Right.
And now we're going to spit them like tops.
Because you would think that this would be a hugely, like, massive punchy anime with all of, like, these powers and stuff going around. There's nothing. Like, nothing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everything that we first got when Darling in the FRANXX was announced, it was, oh boy, Trigger's doing another mecha anime. I can't wait. Why are all the mechas sitting in the hangar? Get in the robot, Shinji. Fight the bad guys.
And then we don't care
Fight
when
the
when
power.
we don't care that they're not showing mech fights because the story and the relationships. Oh my!
Because it's not actually a mecha anime.
Yeah. But the issue is, I have a feeling it's going to end that way because reasons. Not that it's a bad thing, but yeah, we are in full mecha anime mode. We are letting A1 now pull the trigger.
Ha!
You're welcome.
Thank you, CJ. I needed that.
Wait, there's 3 seasons of Kiss Niver?
Just one.
Yeah,
Oh, just one. Okay, you got promotional video, Kiss Niver, and then season 3 is the English dub. Okay.
I think they did weird crap with that. Kisniver was actually a really weird one that I discovered when I was playing a weeaboo ass card game called Weiss Schwarz.
Weiss Schwarz.
Yeah, I was real bad into that game, and then they announced Kisniver, and I'm like, "The fuck is this Kisniver show?" And then I'm like, "It's a Trigger show." Oh shit, it's a Trigger show. And then I just binged it in like
I love that Trigger can have that effect.
Yeah, like it is. I mean, it's one of those things like Western movie buffs. Oh shit, it's a Scorsese film. I'm going to watch it regardless. That kind of thing.
Oh shit, it's a Mel Brooks movie. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Yeah, like Trigger, and I'm so glad Carrie pitched the idea of doing the Trigger panel at Metrocon at the 19th of July. You should come visit us. It's Tampa, Florida. Tickets on sale now. Like never realizing like the depth of everything going in this until we started doing the show. Like I've always just loved I love Kill la Kill because of it being weird as fuck and also pretty people. I liked Gurren Lagann because
Row, fight the power.
Yeah. Like it was something that I could get behind, something I could get into, and then Kisniver just blew everything that I possibly thought like completely away. Because this is before I really started thinking about, in between thinking about, what things actually could be in shows, and just kind of took Kisniver at what I thought was just going to be the face value of it, which was, oh yeah, these kids have weird psycho powers, and then like they're going to fight, and then there's going to be a big evil because reasons. Nope. Big evil is how fucked up we all are.
Yeah, Trigger is what basically. Trigger is a good thing if you want to get into looking for metaphors and looking beneath what the obvious is. Watch Trigger stuff.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. Like even non-anime fans, because aside from Kill la Kill, where they pull out the anime tropes strictly because hey, we want you to think that this is going to be a tropey anime. If you can get past that and realize that's what they're doing, because I know there are some people who hate anime because of the tropes, also because they haven't watched an anime since Speed Racer.
Also, tropes are in everything. If you're going to hate something because there are tropes in it, you may as well not consume entertainment.
Yeah. Like every horror movie has tropes in it. Every drama
has tropes. They're called tropes for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like tropes are not bad in and of themselves. Tropes are how we understand stories. They are how we know what should or should not happen. That's why plot twists work. That's why foreshadowing works. That's why narrative structure works. It's because of tropes. Now, granted, there are tropes that are overused and need to die. There are tropes that work better when they're subverted than when they're played straight. There are times when playing a trope straight is the plot twist, but tropes in and of themselves are not bad.
Yeah, like it's tropey as hell, but I love me a good theme song power up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, that is a tool that the storytellers use to signal to us that something is happening. You watch Zero 2 and Hiro doing their red transformation with the audio muted, I guarantee you're not going to be crying the way you are if you've got it turned all the way up to 11.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, music plays an incredible part in anything because it sets the mood. It gives you that feeling that the artists, the musicians, the writers want you to have.
Yeah. And it's important that you understand that. Like, it's not, you know, you can't really just take these things and like not understand what the artist is wanting you to, what you're intended to feel. And that's fine if you miss the intention. Like, if you watch and listen to, and again, listen to them, Kokoro and Mitsuru reprofessing their love for each other and going through all of that, you know, that may not be for you. But, you know, you have to appreciate what the attempt was there. And like, it's something that's weird when people actively avoid those kind of things.
Yeah, and see, the thing is, it's okay to say I don't like XYZ specific tropes.
Yeah.
Like, I think fridging needs to die in a fire. But to say that you don't like tropes as a whole, that's not how this works.
Well, to be fair, the person who I say, you know, hates anime because of anime tropes is also a racist homophobe. But, you know, there's that.
Bad combination.
Yeah. And I'm waiting for Dale to catch up with that one. But yeah, also, talking about anime music. Oh yeah. Papa Sancho. Papa Schmo, yeah. Audio and everything like is important. Like video games is another thing about that, but you know, this is the Anime Otaku Show, not Gamer Geeks. Normally I wouldn't mind, but we're, you know, trying to remain on topic somewhat.
Somewhat. As much as we can remain on topic about anything.
Yeah. and then a half-naked giant woman's gonna show up.
But yeah, like tropes are just basically the building blocks of a story.
Yeah.
And how you assemble them, how you subvert them, how you avert them sometimes, how you play them straight sometimes, builds the narrative.
Yeah.
And yes, like I said, some of those building blocks can just go away forever for all I care. Like, it's okay to not like the more cliche tropes. It's okay to have ones that just bother you, but they're...
Yeah, like, okay, so using anime tropes as an example, this particular person keeps bringing up basically the Master Roshi, the perverted old guy. And, you know, that's fine not to like that trope. I don't particularly care for it either. It's the reason why I enjoyed the spin on Master Roshi that they gave him in Super. It's not really okay to be like, oh, I hate all anime because every single anime is going to have this guy in it.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I don't like Mineta much in My Hero Academia, is because he's basically Tiny Master Roshi.
Yeah.
Or the Myoga, the flea guy in Inuyasha.
Yes.
Yeah.
He exists to be a pervert, and that's about it. But I can't say, you know, I haven't watched Super start to finish, but I made it a point to try and watch like the important scenes everyone was talking about, and Master Roshi's fight with that bird dude
was real.
Damn.
Oh,
was real fucking good.
Because like his power is like he's able to become as powerful as he needs to be, right?
Yeah,
that's what the lore is.
Essentially, yeah.
But like he's finally, I mean, he has never stopped teaching his students until this moment. Go on, my students.
Yeah.
Kame style is always with you. Live well, eat well, play well.
He even gets a compliment from
Beerus.
What was that old man's name again? Like, I'm sorry, when the Cat of Destruction suddenly pays attention, You know you've done something extremely well.
Oh.
Speaking of which, there's a clever spin on the trope. The god of destruction is a cat, because cats destroy things.
Yes.
And not just any cat, a fucking hairless one.
Right. Did it just click on you, Raul, that he's a cat because cats are assholes and destroy things?
Yes.
I mean, he is literally doing the universal version of knocking the glass off the table while you watch and tell him not to.
Well, I mean, in Dragon Ball Super, you can. I mean, the gods of destruction are not supposed to be good or evil.
Yeah, they're pure neutral.
They're what?
They're true neutral.
Yes, they're just supposed to clean up.
They are the force of entropy in the universe that we were just talking about, that it's needed. You can't have just a one-sided force of creation, like just order, just setting things in place. If nothing ever, like if you look at a billiard table when everything's racked up, okay, it looks nice. Nothing's happening though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beerus is the brush fire that clears out the dead growth for the next season to take life.
Exactly.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he had been slacking.
Well,
Because he's
yeah,
a cat,
because he's
and
a cat.
Yeah, and he had did he make a deal with like Frieza to like, oh, Frieza's destroying planets, that's fine. I can take a nap.
And that's the thing is though, even though he's a god, he's still a living thing. Occasionally you just get bored with your job.
Yeah.
And then he justifies it to Whis by, oh, I'm delegating. That's not a quote, I'm headcanoning there.
I know, it's essentially what it was. Like, when they were talking about Frieza, like, yeah, I basically told him to do his thing, and he's... The assumption was, because I follow a bunch of Dragon Tubers, that the assumption was that basically he was trying to train Frieza, especially now that we've got that point where mortals can become gods of destruction. He was training Frieza to become that. Obviously, Frieza being Frieza, that got out of control.
Give someone an inch, then take a light year.
Yeah, but I mean, if Frieza would, okay, this is like alternate universe.
About this much?
Yes. If alternate universe, if Frieza would have become a god of destruction, he probably would have lasted maybe a day or two before the Omni King came down and erased him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which we know he's not afraid to do.
You are a little enthusiastic there, buddy.
Because we know, well, no, Whis would have probably whipped him into shape, right?
I don't think Whis can do anything without the Omni King's permission. Like, the Omni King or the Grand Priest would have came to him and been like, hey, that guy, your god of destruction's a little too much. The GP would have came to him first and be like, son, your asshole's being an asshole. Before my asshole comes down on him, you should stop him.
Yeah, no. Whis would have kept him under control because
Whis. Drink.
I don't have any more drink. Whis. The angels are stronger than the gods of destruction.
Thank you, Carrie.
Yes, whiskey is stronger than beer. Ask anyone.
Yeah.
Oh.
I see what you did there.
No, that's kind of the point. All of the gods of destruction are lesser liquors.
Oh, Toriyama.
Yeah.
He really
by the way, Dragon Ball Heroes apparently is merely okay, but it's like a 15-minute thing.
Yeah, I heard about that. And
Dragon
only in
Ball
Japan.
short stories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only in Japan, right?
No, it's on Funimation, I think. Isn't it? Or not Funimation, Crunchyroll.
Since they're now pretty much the same thing,
Yeah, well, yeah.
except for dub access.
I thought it was. It might not be. The Dragon Tubers might be getting it through alternate means.
Yeah, probably.
We don't use those means on this show.
No, not at all.
We like One Piece, and that's it.
ProXPN.com. Use Geek20 at checkout.
Well, I mean, I don't use Crunchyroll or Funimation. I use Verb.
Yeah.
Ooh. The verve of this man.
We're fancy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all right. So yeah, we're done talking about.
Yeah, we were trying to like get the show not to be like just 20 minutes long.
I mean,
Add in the runtime.
Yeah, but we stayed on track.
We only had 2 episodes, so we're like, let's.
But it was good to talk to you about, what you caught up on in the interim,
Yeah, and that was the major thing. I'm glad we only had 2 episodes because I'm like, I kind of want to give my, it's not obviously going to be major, but I wanted to give at least my Twitter length post on, what I thought of these. So I'm kind of glad that this is
going on.
Yeah.
So to view it when you went on the plane,
Verve allows you to download things offline. However, it's weirdly shenaniganery if you download it in America, where I have it legally. I don't have to do anything about it. And then I go over to Australia, and like once my phone geo-snaps to that and I get on Wi-Fi, I can no longer watch it.
No, but you can re-download from Verve. Like you could watch Verve again, right?
No, it's not in Australia at all.
Oh, at all. Oh.
No, Verve is not available in your country. And I completely forgot until I was on the plane with no Wi-Fi or anything that I could have used ProXPN because I have it on my phone because, hey, ProXPN.com, use Geek20 at checkout. You let you download a nifty app where you can use ProXPN anywhere you go. For actually legitimate purposes like this, where I wanted to watch my goddamn anime and it wouldn't let me.
That you paid for, but it was
that I paid for. But yeah, it was weird. But like when I got back in the States, my Verve downloads were back. Like it said they were expired when I was in Australia, but when I got back, they were there. Like I didn't re-download them.
Weird.
Region locking.
Verve is smart.
Yeah, it was real weird, and I was real pissed.
Understandably so.
But yeah, it was like I didn't get to watch any anime in Australia because apparently all anime is illegal.
Right. It's not like you're like what, maybe 1,000 miles away from Japan there, or is it more?
Yeah, that's about it. Like it's super close. Like there were several flights where I was going to be landing in Tokyo before taking off to LAX. Those were more expensive. But I was wanting to do them merely because I could have said I was in Japan.
Sorry, Dale, can't leave.
Yeah, Rachel would have to kept the leash on you to keep you in the airport.
You assume like Rachel is not a really big otaku.
like I said, sorry, Dale, can't leave. We lost Rachel somewhere in Akihabara.
She just hides it better than I do.
She's a higher functioning otaku.
She is. I wear it on my sleeve. I'm not wearing an otaku shirt today. I was gonna say like I am. I was wearing my Twin Star Exorcist shirt yesterday, and it still sounds me when people realize that I'm wearing a Twin Star Exorcist shirt. Like, I love that show. Look down, I'm thinking of wearing a Voltron or a Power Ranger shirt. I'm wearing that. I'm like, you know what this is?
Meanwhile.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know why Josh loves transformation. Mech transformations, right? I don't know where he gets it from.
It is the weirdest damn thing,
I want my you know what show I love because I am obsessed with dinosaurs like Josh is with robots. I want another like Dinosaur King show, like that kind of thing. That I freaking love. Like give me more Dinosaur King, or bring me where people transform into dinosaurs and fight. Because yes.
All right. Do we want to take this into the books?
Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us again. I really appreciate it. This was fun as always. I missed being here a lot.
I missed you being here.
You were great, dude. You were fantastic.
You're just saying that.
No, I really enjoyed it. It was really well done. Thank you so much for taking over hosting while I was gone.
And we enjoyed your live tweeting of the shows.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up some of my live tweeting like I was busting Josh's chops about. It was really well done. Like seriously, it was really great. You guys did a really good job of covering everything. I got to kind of catch up on My Hero in the background because I already knew what was going on. because you guys did a fucking amazing job at it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Even though it's in Japanese, because I understand enough, but like, yeah, I know what's going on right now because my friends told me that what was happening. Hold on, this is a very important thing I need to do.
While you're scrolling, do you want me to read show titles?
Yeah.
So we have United States of Smash, all of the All Might merch. I've worked really hard. I anticipate breaking all of them during our rigorous training. The drink count is over 9,000. Apprentice Hero, Darling and the FRANXX, episode 23ception, drink. Lesser liquids, whiskey is stronger than beer, and illegal in Australia.
This is my sum of a couple episodes ago.
Need a ring, Deku.
Drink! Oh my god. Yeah, so yeah, that was a very big wind up for no payoff.
It's all good.
Other than to make Josh go, god damn it.
What's that? A very big windup for no payoff? I didn't realize we were going back to Junie Tyson.
Oh,
Oh.
god damn it, that show.
We had one episode of good.
Yeah, the fuck. So we are going to be in Metrocon in July 22nd, or no, 19th through 22nd. That is Metrocon in Tampa, Florida. Florida's largest anime convention. We have not one, but two panels right in a row, so you don't even need to get up. The Anime Otaku Show presents Studio Trigger, Subversion, Inspection, and Looking Beneath the Service. Wow. Anime track B panel, room 25, drink because I said cervix. That is Saturday, July 20th.
Need to work on that delivery, CJ.
This is a laborious show. That is Saturday, July 21st, 2018, at the hour of 10 a.m. Following that is kind of this show, but over-respecting of everything. Anime Otaku Show 27 in early 2018, Anime in Review. That is the hour of the 11 o'clock a.m. in Anime Track B panel, room 25. Once again, we are right across from the big room, and it's going to be fantastic. I can't freaking wait. You can email the show by going over to show@geek-io.net. Make sure you put anime in the subject line. All of our social media exists and is certainly taken care of. All of our social blank.
Drink?
Drink? Question mark?
No, keep going.
And /Geek.io shows Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. And I don't know, I think I have like Ello, I think was the thing for 2 minutes, and I got /Geek.io show in there. And like I see random ass. Basically, I am an entrepreneur, and every time I see something pop up, I get /Geek.io show on it. And also, you can give us a call if you feel like doing that at 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. You can support this show and everything that we do on the Geek.io network by heading over to patreon.com/geekio. And if you want to chat with us live, you can do that as well by going over to geek-io.net/discord. And if you are a patron, you get patron only rooms to hang out with us, influence the things that you love, tell us what you like, what you don't like, and we'll fix it, maybe. Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's everything. Since we won't see you before the next one, you guys have a happy and safe 4th of July.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is Wednesday here in the States. There will be explosions. Hug your dogs. Get your lightning thunder blankets out. Raul, that goes for you too. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Oyasumi nasai.
Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this Geeko Media Network production. Copyright 2018, you see how that works?
Time
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Yeah.